I don't think HIMSS cannot do this conference and survive financially. I think there would be a significant back to the organization. They would have to do major cuts and change things. And the other thing is, if you take away a major revenue source, it showcases all the other areas where they're not making the money that they thought they were making. So it would cause a major restructuring. I think the responsible thing would have been to pull out if they could and reschedule for the fall. Try to do a fall or some aspect of. And I realize the logistics. I'm sure smart people sat in a room and tried to figure this out, and the logistics around that are probably just incredible to even contemplate.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure there was a lot of discussions and a lot of pre-planning to figure out what would be the options, how would they do it if they decided to cancel the conference and do something different, what would they do. A lot of this kind of gets down to when you talk about hospitals and health systems and vendors and others doing these kinds of, they're not really incident response exercises, but they're that kind of thing where you always have a backup plan, especially for major things that happen with your company or with your health system. How would we do X without Y? Or what happens if we have to stop doing X for some period of time? And how do we work under those conditions? How do we operate under those conditions? And if you haven't thought through it, in the heat of the battle is not the time to think through it, because you will always default to the easiest path, which is sometimes the wrong one. And we'll see how this works out for HIMSS.
We saw SARS, we saw Ebola, we're now seeing coronavirus. I think this is the new norm. I think this has to be taken into consideration for these conferences and for travel and those kind of things.